All right, folks, this is Joe Imbriano. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, 2020. Very beautiful day in Southern California, and today we're going to have a little different format for the broadcast. Today's video is called Who Are the Real Conspiracy Theorists, folks? That's right. Who are the real conspiracy theorists? That is the question I want to ask. And by the time you get through this broadcast, you'll be able to clearly answer that question with confidence and authority and conviction like you've never had in your life. This is Joe Imbriano, the Fullerton Informer, P.O. Box 4121, Fullerton, California, 92834. Coming to you live from the heavily surveilled streets of Fullerton, California. As you can see, all these cameras everywhere and the cell tower over at the park. Folks, the conspiracy theorists, who are they? You know, we're being called conspiracy theorists because we allege that we're being sprayed from the sky by things coming out of aircraft, and they're telling us, oh, we're imagining that they're just condensation trails. Where are all the condensation trails today, folks? The reason that nobody notices this is because the sky doesn't have a television set in it. The American people have been trained to only look at screens and not look at reality. And as a consequence, we're faced with this becoming our reality, ladies and gentlemen. Did they ground all the aircraft in the United States? Look, you see any so-called condensation trails in the sky today? If they're condensation trails, it's evidently clear that there's a ton of moisture up there. Look at the clouds. Right? You see, if there was a television screen up there, everybody would notice this. But because it's just a sky, they can do this and nobody even realizes it, ladies and gentlemen. How in the world can you accept this as being normal? How on God's earth can anyone with an open mind and critical thinking skills think this is a normal sky? How is it possible that when you tell people about this, they don't believe it? Well, that's because there's not a television screen up here, and as a consequence, it doesn't exist. What did you ground all the flights over Orange County because of the toilet paper virus? All right. We're not conspiracy theorists, folks. The people who tell us that there's no such thing as aerosol operations being conducted on us are the conspiracy theorists. The people in the weather bureaus, the people on the television, they're the conspiracy theorists coming up with names for these clouds that are actually the chemical spraying on us, folks. That's right. Those are the conspiracy theorists, folks. Well, as is playing out with this fake COVID-19 coronavirus, COVID-33 or whatever they call it, people are living inside a virtual reality world of delusion and lies. And because they choose to live in there, they're being controlled by it. I'm trying to get you to open your eyes to the real world and what is going on and understand the big picture, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why I'm not invited to all the parties of all these controlled opposition agents. And there are all kinds of people that are trying to discredit me. But the proof is in the pudding, folks. What I expose is the truth. Those are the ones. And these are the people right here that enforce the conspiracies, ladies and gentlemen. The police. So what we have on our hands here, folks, is a system by which the truth is turned into a lie, and the lie is turned into a truth. And it's enforced by people who are told by their superiors and their educators that the crazy people are the ones that can see and that the blind ones are the ones that know everything, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we are being sprayed. We are being poisoned. They are modifying the weather with these metallic nanocompound dispersions at high altitudes. And they're not condensation trails. Look at the sky today, folks. There are no lines in the sky. The planes are still flying out of LAX and John Wayne and Burbank and Ontario. All of the flight paths continue as normal. You just don't see any chemical spraying up there because they've already screwed up this cold front that came through and didn't give us a tenth of the rain it was supposed to. real conspiracy theorists, folks. Let's talk about the toilet paper virus. Let's talk about this coronavirus hoax. Let's talk about how we're being told that there's something called a virus, right? We're being told that virus